Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Aether Iron. We're going to be going to the lighthouse. Let's go and get together with the chaps and talk this thing out, see if we can come up with a plan.
I'm on my third belt of the good stuff and just starting to feel warm when things go in all directions, as usual. And, as usual, Apollo is the one who starts it off.
We could move in on the mission disguised as supplicants, set up an ambush, and take the amplifier by force. They're complacent and slow. Well, I'll bet you yourself could take at least 5, darling.
We might get away with it in the short term, Apollo, but there are Nation Crusade missions all over the lowers. Fighting them off would be a waste of time and resources. There has to be something she wants.
Either way, we need that amplifier array. Countless people will die if we don't do something.
Nellie's right. Like it or lump it, we need those amplifiers. And it doesn't matter how we get them, only that we get them. And fast.
All right, Sam and Apollo, what you got?
Frankly, guys, I'm fresh out of ideas. Apollo, Sam, what do you think?
We could just take the amplifier array. Maybe we could call for additional support from Sophie's Does and Lucas Ledgman. They're good in a scrap.
I hope you're not suggesting what I think you're suggesting. We don't have anything like a standing army. Annie and her bucketheads would squash us like bugs.
Not if we made a deal with some of those gray caps for some aether weapons of our own. That would shut them up in a hurry, I'll bet.
Wonder weapons aren't any kind of substitute for boots on the ground, Apollo. And even if they were, the Trust would gladly supply Annie with her own. Escalation isn't the answer here.
I don't think negotiation is either, old man.
What's your read on all this, Nellie?
Well, we tried talking. It didn't work, but perhaps we went about it from the wrong angle. Or the truth was too much to take in at once. Or...
Nellie, slow down. We could look at all the things that went wrong another day. What matters is what we're going to do about Annie now.
I know, I just... There really are no easy answers in the lowers, are there?
Tough and tougher choices, remember? So what's your gut say about Annie? Her eyes turn skyward, as though searching for answers in the rafters. None appear.
I wanted to work with her, but I suppose if that's not an option, if we have the means to take the amplifiers by force, we should.
You're serious?
It's an option, isn't it? The well's growing fast. If we don't get those amplifiers, it'll be too late. All my work, what happened to my colleagues, it'll all have been for nothing.
I've been thinking it over, and I have an idea of how to bring Annie to the table. Annie's strength comes from the overwhelming support of her people, but there are cracks in the foundation. We can work with that, eliminate her support, and we eliminate Annie. Exposing her lies and half-truths will make her people turn on her, which leads me to our secret weapon. Benny. How many photos did you snap during our little trip through Nation's Crusade?
I got about 3 rolls worth. Not all of them are keepers, of course, but still, that's something like 70 snaps? 70. Hot dog.
If we expose those photographs and disseminate them effectively, the little pisher's pictures might be just what we need to show the people what's really keeping them safe.
Nice work, kid. Want a job? We can always use another set of eyes.
I'll pass. I'm a reporter, not a revolutionary. You can have the film, but then you're on your own.
I should convince Benny to stick around. He's good at sticking his nose into Annie's business, and he's better with a camera than I am. And I hate to admit it, he's growing on me. Benny, if this thing is going to survive, we need someone to sound the horn, so that everybody gets the message. Get your stories out there, and the sky's the limit. Don't you think the people deserve a voice?
Yeah, they do.
So what do you say, Big Mouth? Are you in?
Okay, you talked me into it. But I have conditions. I want my own room, I want 3 squares a day. Oh, and I want a box of good cigars.
I think we can manage that, kid. Now, we've got your photos. That's a good starting point. But if we're going to turn the people against Annie, we need to know where to find the proof that she's lying.
Oh boy, have I got some leads for you. Corruption, fraud, incompetence, malfeasance.
We'll work down these, huh?
I don't suppose you've looked into Annie's love life, Benny.
Sure. The word on the street is that Annie has a secret lover. A real handsome fella with a...
No, Gia, Benny, that's the wrong type of muck. We need to get people angry, inspired. What do we have that shows Annie failing?
Annie might have her people in an iron grip morally, but they still need to blow off steam somehow. How do they shake a leg without any booze or gambling?
I did hear a rumor that there's this humongous dance. I've been trying to track it down. Huge party. The whole thing is a big secret since it was banned.
A dance?
Yeah. Word is, it moves from place to place so it can't be rumbled by the bucketheads. Sure would make Annie look like a sucker, right?
I'll say, it wouldn't look good for Annie to be caught slipping.
A movement like Annie's grows with gatherings, to spread the good word. Have you looked into her rallies and sermons? Anything we can use?
So there's this big pilgrimage thing that Annie's got. All about her. Seems there's been problems lately. Mysterious things. Attacks, money going missing. It all stings to high heaven.
That's more like it. Anything else?
I'm impressed, Benny. You came through with some good leads.
Aw, shucks.
You see, my friends, this young man is already paying off for us. Well done, lad. But you have a lot to learn and not much time. I think one of our members should mentor young Benito here.
Good idea, old man. What do you think, Gia? Who should look after Benny in the short term?
Well, I want to keep my team with me, so I'll say Sophie.
Benny, you've got the habit of going to places you don't belong. But it's a loud kind of habit. Sophie can sand off a few of those rough edges. Have you in and out like the wind.
I like a challenge, but really, you owe me for this, darling. Oh, and Benny, don't disappoint me.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Okay, another big load of XP coming in. Not enough to level up this time, though. Okay. Benny recruited Sophie's apprentice. But he drives... Okay, he's a driver. Interesting. Benny Big Mouth Castellano is a young and scrappy reporter on a mission to expose the city's darkest secrets. Armed only with a street orphan's knowledge, a sharp nose for news, and a press pass. Relentless in his pursuit of the truth. Benny's curiosity is only exceeded by his boundless pep. He's got brass and hustle. Don't change for now. I'm happy with my guys, honestly. Yeah. It's good to get another member of the crew, but I don't really see a need to bring Benny in right now, honestly.
Hey, Gia.
How's it going?
How's the mentorship going?
It's, you know.
I know what, exactly.
It's going good. I thought she'd be scarier, seeing as she's one of those dough dames. But she's not half bad. She's got me learning all kinds of etiquette and trickery.
Uh-huh.
But she does that thing, and it makes it hard to look her in the eye. She's doing it on purpose, I tell ya.
So, ace reporter for the Crier, huh?
Hey, what's with the skepticism? I got your proof right here.
Benny rustles through his oversized bag and holds up a lovingly folded paper. Amidst the who's seeing who and who's taking what, an article by Benito Castellano decries the treatment of Aether rig workers. Okay, I get it, you're the real thing. How'd you land the gig anyway? The Midtown Crier's a rag, but even they got some standards.
I earned it. See, I started out in the barrio. I'd report scoops from my perch. Turns out, scandal, corruption, and malfeasance are hot topics, especially when they come from an unfiltered point of view. So I start thinking. I got scoops, contacts, and a following. All I'm missing is an official platform. The Midtown Criers work in a similar beat, so I apply to be one of their muckrakers.
And they hired you, without so much as raising an eyebrow about hiring a kid?
Didn't matter. I tells them that if they wanted my dynamite scoop, they owed me the byline. My skills did the rest of the talking.
Most kids are selling papers. Meanwhile, you're out there writing them.
That's how it started. See, you're talking to the former numero uno bullhorn of the Newsy Union. Before I got my reporter badge, I was speaking at all our rallies and protests.
Sounds pretty impressive. So what made you give it up?
There was this reporter, real class act. She covers up protest, and it hits me. She ain't repeating the usual spin pieces. She's talking to the little guy and taking on fat cats with the unvarnished truth.
Must have really left an impression on you, huh?
Yeah, I figure, hot dog, if this is what journalistic integrity's supposed to look like, I want in. See you later.
Alright, I would quite like to level him up, though. I suppose I've probably got to switch someone in order to do so. So let's swap Benny in. He's driving a rusty sedan at the moment. I could maybe sort that out for him. Yeah, let's level him up. So he's got 16 talent points, which is quite awesome. I see him as perhaps being more on the hustle side. It would be quite nice to get like a high smooth talk, a high phantom into the group somewhere. Just for the skill increases, if nothing else. Can I have to do it one at a time, do I? Okay. Like, I don't see me really taking him into combat or anything like that, but there might be times when the story kind of forces him into the group. I don't know. So I just want to make sure that if and when that might happen, we kind of got him at least leveled up a bit. These are kind of areas where I don't really have any points in for anyone, pretty much, so... There we go. So he's maxed out the Smooth Talker and Phantom, so if he's part of the group, we can at least do that. But we can maybe go and give him a better vehicle than a rusty sedan. Again, it's probably fine. Like, I doubt he'll be forced into a combat group, but at the same time, you never know. I don't know what the story's going to throw at us. So, hello. Sometimes takes a minute after clicking. Okay, so he can he drive everything? Feels like. We could we can have him in the little way. Tell you what, it was kind of unfortunate that we won the Hippodrome racer and then no one ever. Oh, he can't drive. Oh, okay. Ah, okay, so he literally can't drive these ones. It's a shame no one can drive Honeybee. We can't swap these because we've got people in them. I guess it's one of these then, isn't it? So I guess we'll put him in the circus wagon. Because, like, why not? It says vehicle invalid. I wonder why that is. Is it because it doesn't have an engine? Maybe. Maybe, I tell you what, I could maybe switch the engine and stuff out of that rusty sedan. Yeah. Oh, okay, so I can't... You know what? Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it. I can't be bothered to switch around anymore, so... Let's just bring Crest back into the fold. If I get a spare engine and stuff, I guess we could try and get that clown truck working for him. But for now, let's swap Crest back. Everyone's got the thing they're supposed to have, which is nice. Now, what we're supposed to do, go to the pilgrimage onboarding site. Now, have I got a choice of things here? Find the floating dance hall. I mean, I guess we've got to do both, so maybe it doesn't really matter that much what we do first. Just kind of want to check in at Pier 6 again, just in case she's upgraded her offering tool. Kind of looks the same, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. It was just...
There you are. See you soon.
It's possibly worth checking, and also if we have any key items that no longer get used, so we can sell them, but it doesn't seem like it. Okay, so let's go back to Nations Crusade. It may have opened up a bit here in terms of new garages and maybe a shop. I guess we'll check it out. Does look like there's a bunch of stuff. Okay, so basically what do we got? We got... Oh, okay. Racing. Disused museum. Shut down club. There's nothing that's kind of like... Yeah. I guess we'll go... Yeah, I mean... in lieu of anything better, I guess we'll go there then. Oh.
Just ahead, the sounds of chaos emanate from a group of buckethead cars surrounding a protest group. The bucketheads are busy arresting a token number of participants for their civil disobedience. Right now, the crowd is dispersing slowly, but one wrong move could set the whole place off. I scan the crowd, looking for any sign that things might go sideways. Everything looks normal at first, but I eventually notice one man in particular who catches my eye. His coat has been treated with a fresh coat of dirt, but it's a little too tailored for something worn by your average pilgrim. He's clearly more interested in agitating the crowd than calming things down. His ramrod straight posture and concealed weapons spoiling the line of his coat clinch it. This guy is a Blacktail's mercenary, hired to stir up trouble. Putting Annie on the warpath might just flush us out.
Okay, well, not great, but we'll try this one. I think that might be alright, actually. Yeah. Start as we mean to go on.
I step out of my car and slip into the crowd. If the Blacktail's agent knows I'm here, he certainly doesn't show it. I use the noise and congestion to mask my approach. I wait until the last possible moment to draw my gun, keeping it close to my body so as not to frighten the bystanders. I reach over his shoulder and pull him tightly against the barrel. I know why you're here. I can put a bullet through your lung right now and get away with it in the crowd's confusion. But as a professional courtesy, I'm going to give you the opportunity to walk away.
You have no idea who you're crossing, lady.
Whatever you say, tough guy. Now march, or Wilcox will be in the market for a new rabble-rouser. I release my hold on him, and he takes a moment to straighten his coat before calmly exiting the crowd. I keep an eye on him until he disappears down a nearby alleyway, then head back to my car.
Alright, what we got here? So at the hang on, if I do that... This is the one we're using at the moment, so... it looks like it does the same, but it's cheaper to use, so... yeah. Seems pretty good. Hang on. Put it in G's. Let's put it in the secret pocket for now. See, I'd like to fit that, but until we find a garage, I can't. I guess it's not usually a priority. It's a very grammatical sentence.
I wade neck deep into a lake of humanity. Pilgrims flood the space from station to ferry, many wearing clothes peculiar to far-flung baronies. Locals still comprise the majority, but it's a slim one.
Gia, over here!
Benny? Thought you were hanging around the hole.
I can't be cooped up nowhere. Besides, there's a scoop here, and I'm gonna find it.
All right, Benny. What do you know?
The pilgrimage is supposed to be this big religious thing, see? Supposed to make you reflect on Annie's journey when you walk through. All the locals gotta do it. But there's something rotten in the apple bucket. My sources say there's preferential treatment, money greasing holy palms, and abuse going all the way up the chain, right to the top.
Guess the best way to get a fair view is as pilgrims.
Yep, Underground's got our entrance fee. So all we gotta do is keep our peepers open and look for clues.
All right, let's get on board.
Oh, I just wonder if I ought to put Benny in. I mean, he'd be useless in a fight, but he could be very good in a, because of his phantom and smooth talking, could potentially be very good in another kind of situation. Yeah. Oh, I can't change them here. Well, I guess we'll go on as we are.
Shoo, I have no time for questions.
So you're from Nation's Crusade, huh? Care to share your pre-pilgrimage thoughts with the crier?
I'm so excited. Everyone who lives under Annie's miraculous rule should go at least once. And I've already been thrice. I'm very lucky.
As we step in a line, Benny pulls a notepad from his pocket. I can't see what he's writing, but his furious urgency suggests a live transcription of the people around him.
We'll work down this. I'm here for my monthly visit. I live close, you see, because I come once a month. Yes, of course I brought a donation.
I guess for the experience, I've never been. I'm from the Morrigan Barony. Donation? Nah, I only brought enough for entrance. Was I supposed to?
I am merely here to see the sights. Yes, my first visit from Bottle Hill.
Soul, I think there's been a mistake. I might be a first-time visitor, but I'm a regular sponsor. Pastor Zachary has me on the other list. Now, excuse me.
I'm here to learn. Oh, my second visit. First and a half. No, I can't afford a donation. We went through that the last time.
Uh-huh. Duly noted. Here's your pass for the Sol.
The Sol? Wait a damn... I mean... dang moment. I was on that route last time, and I'm lucky my head's still in one piece. Doesn't me coming back mean anything? How about me being from Nation's Crusade?
It's out of my hands, miss. I'm just following guidelines. Both ferries will get you to the pilgrimage site.
Gosh darn it. Fine. But I'm coming back to haunt you if something goes wrong.
Please refrain from blasphemy and swearing when you reach the site. Next. Please state your names, purpose of visit, if you've previously taken the pilgrimage, which barony you're from, and if you'd like to make a donation.
Benny Big Mouth Castellano, reporter for the Midtown Crier. Here with my associate, who will introduce herself.
Gia Randazzo, here to make sure my associate gets what he needs for the story.
Well, isn't that swell? I have 2 spots open on the Solomon. It's our most scenic route.
Just a moment. I gotta confer with my associate here.
Benny takes a few steps to the side, lowering his voice. I get the feeling he's about to suggest we pedal a bicycle to Annie's walk instead.
What? My reporter sense is tingling. I've seen this before. They're giving us the cushy route to butter us up. You want to get to know a joint? You gotta see how they treat the little guy.
I take a few steps back to the booth.
Yeah, we'd be getting a much bigger bonus if I had Benny here. I could always make a donation, perhaps, but let's ask about the difference
What's
first.
the difference between the Sol and the Solomon?
The Sol's route is themed around the mistakes and triumphs of the past. The Solomon's route is themed around having the wisdom to see the path forward.
And how do you decide who boards which ferry?
Well, many of our most generous supporters prefer the Solomon. They tend to book in advance. Most walk-ins board the Sol.
Right, well, let's take the coin flip skill check. Yeah, okay. 2 for 2 so far today.
Listen, appreciate the offer, but the Midtown Crier's readers are salt of the earth. They want to know what the everyman experiences. We'll take seats on the Sol.
But...
There a problem?
No, not at all. Here's your pass. Have a safe trip.
Cool, okay. Yeah, so there's a couple of other things to look at anyway. Well, this group anyway.
Pardon, friend. You look like you're from out of town.
I'm here to find, well, I guess what it all means. Annie started a mission on my island, and it turned my whole life around. I just want to know more.
Alright, well, I guess we're going on the ferry.
Benny and I load up our cars and step out onto the deck.
On your right, you'll see the Cana Enclave. It's the site of one of Annie's first missions. It was places like this that would later provide lessons for Annie's later work, like Gethsemane.
Annie's lessons haven't always been painless for the non-believers in her cause. What happened at Cana was retold in breathless whispered rumors. It's outwardly pretty, though flaws crack through the exterior here and there. A burned-out lamppost, a rusty gate. The money isn't coming into Cana.
I go back. Okay, just wondered if we go for a wander, but seems not really. Yeah, I'll talk to this guy, I guess.
I thought it would be bigger.
That's what she said.
Dear Sir, meeting at...
I spot Ida alone on a bench near the edge of the deck. Her index fingers tap carefully on her lap, pushing into a sheet of paper diagrammed to look like the keys on a typewriter.
What you doing? Don't look like you're taking in the scenery.
Oh, I've seen it before. It seems like a good time to get in typing practice instead. We're still a long way off from the pilgrimage site.
Anything worth keeping an eye out for?
Not much. The big attractions are on the Solomon's route, I hear. No sparkling juice for us either.
Need anything, miss?
So, Cana Enclave. This was one of Annie's first gardens, right?
Yes, miss. It was before Annie tamed the well, so they didn't have much. But she came every day to work the plot, and people joined her. They grew something, and more people came.
And the previous Baron didn't like that. From what I heard, he sent goons to bury the garden in concrete.
Yeah, but Annie stopped them. It was one of the first times she stood up to the Baron before, God softened his heart.
With a bullet.
The Bluebell's cheeks pinken on the company line like he's hiding a broken vase under a rug. Surprised Nation's crusade doesn't keep it better maintained. Are all the landmarks along the Saul's route like this one?
Well, humility is next to holiness. And, there used to be a proper stop there to look around the Enclave.
What happened?
The staff was transferred to a different mission. Or something like that.
Anything funny happen on your shift?
Someone got airsick on the last journey. I had to do a deep clean. Not a fan.
Uh-huh. The kid's shoulders jerk, taking my skepticism like a chicken stuck in a coop with a fox. He's hiding something. But before I can ease it out, Benny takes a swipe.
Aw, can the twit. I bet you know all the secrets around here. What's a skinny? And why's it got you spooked? Oh, look at the time. I have to chase the seagulls off the deck.
He flies off to the other side of the ship, leaving us with a half-filled page and a shared dubious look.
You're thinking it too, right? He knows something.
Maybe. Next time, try a lighter touch.
Benny the Mouth, back at work. Okay, oh yeah, so I guess unless he was still on the map, I could click on him again. I guess. Should I do that?
Need it?
No, he's done. Yeah. So we click on the next stop, I think, to move on.
The deck shakes, and a plume of white smoke appears over the ferry as it comes to a sudden stop.
So sorry for the minor inconvenience. Please remain calm.
Unplanned stop. The Bluebell again.
So, how do you like Nation's Crusade? If I wanted to move...
Well, if you're looking for safety and you're willing to put in the work to get to know people, it's a good place to be. You might want to keep your head down, though. People can be suspicious. And make sure you tell them you've done the pilgrimage. Everyone trusts you more if you have.
Thanks. I'll need to think about it. You're swell, miss.
Got that kid again.
I spot a bluebell fiddling with a steaming pipe. He tries in vain to wrap a roll around the thing. This one is no Aether Iron. Hey kid, you look like it's your first time with a pipe and it just insulted your mother. Let me give you a hand.
Okay.
He hands me the tape, and I fish around in my pocket for a moment before withdrawing a coin and pressing it against the leak. I quickly wrap the tape over the coin, eliciting a sigh of relief from the kid and the pipe.
Thank you, miss. I gotta go let the captain know.
He turns to run off, but turns back to look at me instead. His face twists like he's debating a stupid idea, but his lips move of their own accord.
Hey, if you hear something that sounds a lot like someone whistling in the jailhouse now, you should hit the deck. Probably.
Mysterious. Okay, fine. I guess
The
we...
ferry's progress falls into a sedate rhythm. A cool breeze blows across the deck, and for a moment, everything is calm. Hey, Benny, you found anything?
I've been tailing the crew. Seems oddly light for a ferry this size, and the bluebells made himself scarce since the last stop. Maybe he's up to something.
Yeah, I'm feeling on edge. I can't shake the sense of danger right out of view.
Yeah, whole thing reeks. I wonder.
The shrill whistle of a woman's voice cuts through our conversation, followed by a song. I recall what the bluebell told me before he ran off. The same bluebell that's conspicuously absent from the deck. Get down! Benny and I hit the deck, narrowly avoiding a twisted shard of the hull blown past by an explosion. The distinct rat-a-tat of gunfire carries on the air.
Okay, glad I didn't swap Benny in, because we got to fight.
Oh, this is gonna be fun!
Blacktails. Okay. There's a... Oh, there's a... Ooh, what we got over here? They look like tanks. Alright, okay, so we got Cress. What's this thing? Aether. So, what do we got? Well, we can make one of these maybe more prone to ether damage. This one? I think we should fire on these guys. We can afford to gear. Geor. We'll go here and put our sort of slime on. I've got 11. I guess we drop back. Ether's going on the wrong car though. Yeah, we'll shoot this guy. He's got 4 left. Swap with this one. Maybe kind of... Luca. Luca the Palooka. Maybe we go here. repulsor. Get that going there. Well, it is what it is. Okay, and you can ram twice. Well, actually, maybe we ram twice on this guy. Oh, I can't. Oh no. Same again, huh? Alright, Chris. Well, we got some healing to do. Not so much on Luca, so we don't need to worry about him right now. Let's get you, Ether. I'm thinking we could do the ether grenade on one of these guys. So he's got one left. Chris can't do an awful lot with that, but she could energize Jill. Speaking of, switch with him. Maybe try and get him in there. Let's just get rid of this guy, because means Luca can not worry about him. And then we'll just go. Don't need the... how much are we down? We're down 5. Actually, let's do the heal. And we got Luca. Get the Beluga. Shit, he hasn't got his grenade. Ugh. Bad news for Cress. Didn't think it would work on her. Oh, he's out of AP. God. I've screwed this royally, to be honest. Alright, well, we'll keep going. Sorry, Cress. Well, I can switch with him. Sludge-o-matic. Well, we still got it done. Sorry about Chris.
Don't look now, but I think we ain't out of the woods just yet. The baddies tailing that
God.
other ferry are coming this way.
What do we got here? Contraband. Let's stick the contraband. All right, so I can. Because she's knocked out, I can't even repair her a vehicle. I can repair ours though. 12 health. That'll take it up to that's full heal. Luca's got about 9 missing. That's 5. All right.
They're catching up. Pull this damn boat over or we'll all go down in flames.
Hello! I was wondering why my men came back bruised. Instead of a herd of sacrificial lambs, I found a bird with a sharp beak.
Back off. I have a bullet with your name on it, and it's begging to fly.
Oh, now you're talking my language. Can't back off anyway. See, we signed a contract with Baron... You know what? No reason to tell you who or why. This is going to happen.
Okay, well, this is going to suck a bit. But we can take out Mott. So let's do that. He's going to be destroyed anyway. Probably shouldn't use my once in a battle big heal, should I? Alright, Luca. Yeah, I haven't got a way to kind of drag these... Yeah, I should have had the gravity more, huh? I don't even know if that would help. Drop all the... Guess I could... Sure. Okay, so we want to try and get everyone to this lane, right? He's there already, but he's only got 1 health anyway. This guy's the big health, so I think we want to switch with him. Don't need to worry about him. Right, Luca. Well, we can kill him. So that leaves these. It's going to leave these 2. Why did we lose? Was Gia in the... Ah, shit. Did I leave her in the death lane? Oh, God.
Hello.
Back off.
Oh, can't
Doing
back
quite well
up.
until then. Alright. My bad. Let's redo. So again, we got Mott we want to swap with. I think first, let's drop back. Do the sludge this time. And some damage on this guy. How much damage is that going to do? It's only 4. Come there. Come back. This is going to do 7. Okay. That's all I can do with Gia. How's Lucas doing? I get both of these guys. Not yet. Don't know if it's worth it. Things are a bit different now. Worth it, I think. I was just deliberating doing something, but I think the best thing I can do is that. I think I might just pull Gia forward and let Luca just kind of do what he can. So we got this guy. He's going to be full health. We can probably do something about this, though. Start with the repulsor. And then... just come back to a ram on you. There, unfortunately. So I'll put Tauntaun. I don't need that much HP. AP. Let's do that. Right. No automatic deaths now. Apart from them. Right, Gia. Well, I mean, this swap is a really powerful ability, isn't it? Because we can just extend it there. Lamp. And I might as well just end everything. These guys are at full health, so there isn't really any reason to carry on. Who needs Cress?
I think that's enough dust up for today, but this won't be the last time. Be sure to tell any of your friends planning a little trip.
That's exactly the same as what I'm using, so we'll sell that. Contraband. So we'll... Which doesn't really help, because I've got that.
The Sol is missing large chunks of hull, and smoke hangs heavy in the air. Still seems airworthy, but she's going to need repairs.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how much longer the pilgrimage will go on, whether we should end it now, or kind of do one more stop, maybe. Does it kind
Hello,
of
everyone.
Ah.
The attackers have fled. Our faithful managed to drive them away. As Annie would say, long is the path, and the tribulations many, but... how does that go?
Hey, Gia, this attack. Ain't it weird how nobody on the ship seems as surprised as they ought to be? Upper's mercs are dropping out of the sky. Where's the escorts?
I don't know, but I know one thing. The Blacktails heard ahead of time that it'd be unprotected. I've heard the story, how Annie the Axe stormed the walls and overthrew the last unfortunate Baron. The palace where she started her crusade, now a living museum in her honor. Her axe still hangs lodged in the gate, an inspiration to her followers and a threat to her enemies. Seeing it feels a little like walking past Beowulf's lost sword.
That's not what that says. Seeing it feels a little like walking past Excalibur in the stone.
I debark with the other passengers, milling towards the gates of Annie's Walk. Passengers from the Solomons spill out onto the deck, their clothes and smiles undamaged by the Blacktails. Still, pilgrims from the Sol remain in high spirits as we move toward the gates.
I can't believe I made it in one piece.
A cheerful man shuffles to the front of the crowd. He gives the air of a proud bird perched over a breathtaking vista. But the smile beneath his beak gives the impression of affability.
Hello, my little lambs. Welcome to Annie's Walk. I'm Pastor Zachary Parrish, and on behalf of the pilgrimage site, welcome. I know you had a long, hard ride. There's lemonade and plenty of space to rest inside. You need only pay the entrance fee. Annie's Walk stays open due to the generous donations of our faithful. If you've forgotten your wallet at home, we encourage you to wander the exterior until the ferries are prepared to depart.
We're greeted by another line, though this one moves a great deal faster as pilgrims toss their alms into a basket. We pass through after depositing our own entry fee.
Thank you so much. Head right inside. And who do we... Oh, Ida, you're back.
The veneer of affability slides off the pastor's face, rustling the feathers of his flock. Nearby officials quickly avert their eyes and move on.
Let's see what's happening.
The line moves. I casually nudge Benny out of the way while the pastor and pilgrim continue in strained conversation.
Hi, Pastor Zachary. I have my entry fee right here. The same amount you told me I needed last time.
You just can't stay away, can you? Hold on just a moment, let me see.
Ida's hand extends cautiously, as though the pastor is a venomous snake about to bite. Zachary counts the cash, shaking his head as he passes it back with the same degree of affection.
I'm so sorry, dear. You appear to be short. Again. Come back another day.
What? But I made sure I had enough. After the last time.
I'm so sorry, Ida. The entry fee has been raised since you were last here. Annie's Walk is in high demand, and we only have room for so many pilgrims at a time.
But I can't. I already... Please. Please, Pastor Zachary, I need this.
Now, I understand how you feel. Look at these people around you. They would feel much the same if they had come all this way without the proper entry fee. You are free to come back later, of course.
All right, let's try the 83% check. Oh, no, that's fine.
I raise my voice enough for both Zachary and the crowd to hear. Excuse me, Pastor. As a fellow pilgrim, I think Ida deserves entry. She came here with devotion in her heart, with an entry fee. I think I speak for other pilgrims when I say that this seems uncharitable.
Yeah, let her in.
Thank you so much for your input. Fine. Welcome in. Now hurry along.
Thank you, Pastor Zachary.
Ida tosses her money in the basket and passes through the gate. Zachary maintains a painfully friendly smile as he greets the next pilgrim in line. We follow the rest of the pilgrims in. Most walk off to take in the attractions, but Pastor Zachary pulls a few aside in turn.
So we agree that's our guy, right?
This whole thing is a crooked game, and he changes the rules on the fly. How deep does this poison run?
A guy like that? Nobody smart would trust him. But we gotta catch him in something big, or the pilgrims won't care. They need a shock. Something that'll have them buying out every newsie on the block. We should do some snooping, but I bet we gotta talk to the guy in charge to get the real juicy details. If corruption goes all the way to the top, he's at the top. We gotta get an interview.
All right, let's figure out how to make that happen. Excuse me, we're from the Midtown Crier doing a piece on the pilgrimage. We wanted a word with Pastor Zachary.
I'm sorry, ma'am. The pastor is a very busy man. He only grants a few private audiences per day.
Uh-huh. And what sort of people are granted those?
Well, the especially devout, potential sponsors, anyone who can prove they're a real reporter.
We need to get his attention then. Either spend enough dough to make us look like potential donors, or lean into the reporter shtick until he decides to pour honey on the story.
All right. Well, I think we'll leave it there for this time. Clearly there's quite a bit more to do on this mission still, so we'll pick it up next time. I'll just say thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, if you could hit that like button, that's always appreciated. Is there any comments as well? Let me know what you think about, well, kind of about this new area we're in, really. Just, it's all a bit, I was going to say too good to be true, but I think it's pretty clear there's a lot of nasty stuff happening under the surface. But, you know, anyway, let me know your take on it. Glad to hear it. And a big thank you, as always, to our channel members as well for supporting Boring Dad Gaming. It continues to be hugely appreciated. If anyone else is interested in checking out memberships and getting earlier access to my videos, that would be amazing. But thanks very much once again, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye for now.